Hi everyone, it's Dragana from Saacibo. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I have some scrapbooking papers in front of me, 6x6 papers. These are A5 size and some 8x8 papers. And if you're like me, you probably have a stash of these papers that you like the design, you buy them, and then they can be a bit tricky to include in the journal unless you make ephemera with them. But they're usually not the size that's suitable for the regular size journal. So I want to share with you what I've been doing with these papers. You have probably noticed, if you watched some of my flip through videos, that I like to make signature covers with these papers. I'll just give you a few examples so that you know what I'm talking about. One of the most recent ones is this one. So here's one 8x8 paper that I turned into a signature cover. I just fold them at an angle and use them to wrap around the signature. So that's one example. And I found another one in this journal from 2 years ago, the winter one. And here as well I have 8x8 paper that I folded on an angle, put an eyelet there and use it to attach charms. So that's also 8x8 paper. Okay, I think this is a very nice way to decorate the journal as well. The paper doesn't have to be the full size of the rest of the signature. It can be smaller, and folding it differently can give you an interesting result. I'll start with the 6x6. Okay, I have these three here, and these were done with 6x6 papers. So 6x6 inches papers that you basically just fold on an angle. You put eyelets. If they are double-sided, you don't have to worry about the inside. Mine wasn't printed on this side, so I just stenciled this image. And if I was to bind this inside of the journal, I would just do this. And look at that. It looks almost like an envelope. It's very interesting and pretty addition. You can also write there, or it can be purely decorative. And besides, it gives a little bit of structure to your signature, especially when you do the sewing. Scrapbooking paper is usually heavier and thicker than the regular copy papers that we use in our junk journals. Let's have a look at this one. This one has been done with two 6x6 papers, okay, that were folded on an angle, and this is what that looks like. Also very interesting and decorative. You just decorate further. You can just add eyelets and charms, so you can add some pictures. This is also a picture that serves as a tuck spot. And then over here as well, I've turned that into a little pocket to put these tickets and stamped images. Decorated that with the flower, and that's the inside. Also here you have an option of turning that into a pocket, or you can also do this. You can add the signature there and turn that into a pocket there. So a lot of options, and I think it's a really decorative little detail in journals. Let's have a look at this one. Okay, again, this one's been done with two papers, so we can do that. I love that. Very, very interesting, and something like this. So I'm going to show you how to fold these first. Let's choose one. Or maybe I'll just use that one. Oh, that one. I like that one. Okay, we'll use that one. Believe me, it's as simple as just folding like that. Just join those two together, and then you just fold. And then you have an option of rounding the edges. I like to round these when it's a point like that, it can easily kind of break or damage. So do that. Okay, and then here you can also round, or you can do something like this. This is like a decorative edge. There it is, something like that. I think that looks nice. And then I'm going to just ink this a little bit to make it stand out. That. I'll ink on the inside. And you have an option of stenciling the inside or stamping, but doesn't that look nice? And the paper is decorative, but it's not overpowering. You have a little bit, and then you can further decorate this part here. Just add whatever decorations you have. I've got so many paper flowers. Just pick one. That's a nice one. This one was done with tissues after they dried. Okay, so I'll just take the glue. Add a bit of glue and do that. I did cover this part, but that's all right. We still have that there. This was just for a demonstration. I really like how that looks now. Okay, so that's one way of doing that. Okay, let's try with two different ones. That's a nice one. Two. I'm going to take this one and just need a little bit of contrasting colors so that you can see better how to fold. You fold here, you don't go all the way there, you just go a little bit, something like this. Okay, you start here and then you do that, just random, it doesn't have to be exact. I don't have the exact measurements for this. I just fold like this. Okay, and when you fold, you can fold over your signature, so that way you'll make sure nothing is falling out on all of these. Okay, so now we turn here to this side, and you want to fold like that, but over here. So what you can do is just align these two and then fold again over that one. Okay. So now you folded both of them. Okay, I obviously have this one facing down and that one was facing up. Okay. It just depends on what looks better. So I take these, so that's how it looks like on this side. I like to round these bottom edges on both. Okay, and you decide which one you want to show on the outside. So So I like to have this one as it is, and that showing there. And as you can see, I've rounded this edge here. You don't have to, but I'm going to do it. Okay, it just looks nicer, and I'm going to add a bit of glue there and turn that into a pocket in a second. And I've rounded the rest of the corners as well. And that is optional. You don't have to, of course. Like this. Okay, so here we go. And then what I do, I just align them like this, and I add a little bit of glue here. Just like that. Push that in. And now it's fixed. So you have a little pocket here. And then on this side, you decide whether you want the pocket to be here or here. So I think it looks better like that. One thing I forgot to do is just ink this beforehand. I'm going to do it now. It's still not too late. I could have done the same for this edge. That's all right. And now I can add the glue here. Like so. Okay. And that is now ready. So when you bind the journal, you place that there and you bind it regularly, and you have a little pocket here. And you have a little pocket there, and you have room to write here if you wanted to, and maybe I can add an eyelet. And one here. Well, eyelets. I have big box with all of these sorted out, and the other day I dropped it on the floor. Everything was everywhere, and I thought I don't have time to sort them out, so I just collected everything off the floor and put in this. Now it's such a mess. I'm gonna have trouble finding what I want, but I just don't want to spend hours sorting that out. Okay, it's gonna have to be like this. Nice. Should find a little charm for here. I have my mind set on this one. And on this side, perhaps that one would look good. Love it. It doesn't actually need anything else apart from that. That's how I like to use those 6x6 papers to create signature covers for my journals. It's really quick and easy, and it gives nice results. All right, so we've covered that. Now I want to show you how to do these with 8x8 papers. As you can see here, I have these examples, and I've got these ones. Okay, So I'm going to show you both ways of folding. It's really easy. Okay, let's grab some papers. Here we go, some 8x8 papers. Oh, that one looks nice. I'm going to start with that one. So first I fold like this. Again, on an angle, you join two opposite ends and you just press. And when you test it, it is bigger than your page. So in the first example, I will just do this first. If you want it to be exactly the same height as your signature, you do that first. And then you make yourself a little mark here. Okay. Or even here. Okay. So you know where you're supposed to fold. And then you see the line, you align that line with this, and then you fold there. Again, I like to do this with that. And so now you fold it like that to the inside, you press that, and you have yourself a little tuck spot here and here. And when you bind this, that's what that looks like. Okay. You can do so many things here. You can do decorative edge. You can actually go and do a lot of circles and then put a ribbon through. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, so now we need to ink this. Perhaps we can do a little bit of stenciling on the inside. Oh, I think this green would look nice. Just put a paper here. So it's not so white. That looks nice, doesn't it? Okay, so how we can decorate this one. I have this little fabric cluster. Perhaps that would look good there. Just going to glue that. Just with a bit of silicone glue. Nice, I like that. And then on this side, what can we have here? We don't have to have anything, but we can also put like a tag or something and create an extra little pocket. Let me see what I've got. I found those two that were done with recycled packaging. Remember that video? I've never used these pockets anyway, but I'm thinking they might look good here. There's that one. And I've got these lace cards. This is a gel print. Perhaps that. I'll just ink around to see what it would look like. I would have to put the glue here and here. Okay. Like so. And then thinking of adding something here, like a word or a sentiment, or maybe something else. Let me see. What about that one? Why not? Nice. Maybe that one's there. Just trim this a little bit. Could have also folded it on the inside. So there's my little pocket. Maybe a sentiment there. Let's see if we have anything interesting. Beauty surrounds us. Thinking that. That's nice. And we have that pocket. Let's see how that works nicely. We have a pocket there. We have a little decoration, and you could put something in here. So that's one way of folding these 8x8. Now the different way, let's grab a different paper. Oh, I like that one. You start the same. You fold two of these opposite corners, and then you press. Okay. You want to fold, but not all the way. Something like this. If you were to fold like this, you can do that and use it here, but it would be really difficult to find the opening of that pocket. You would have trouble putting things in. It's easier if there's a little gap here. So you join these here, you follow the line, and then you fold, and then you fold again. Okay, and that's what you end up with. And this again doesn't have to be that much, can be more, can be less, but as long as there's at least a little bit. So when you do this, you check. If that corner goes over, you can cut it straight, or you can leave it. Mine seems to be all right. I will just round this edge like that. Okay, and I will round this one. When it's pointy like that, that's a weak spot. That tends to happen. Doesn't look nice, so it's better if it's rounded. Or even straight, just cut off a little bit. I'll just change the paper here so that you can see better. I have pink paper, because that's pink. Perhaps that looks better like that. And then you have a pocket there. And also you can do this, you can fold and have the pocket showing on this side. It's just optional, whatever you prefer. And then you just ink. These are so simple to do, and if you have some nice papers and you weren't sure how to include them in the journal, there's the idea for you. Okay, I love that. And then again, you can add eyelets. Let's just do that. It's also ideal way to display your charms. And if you feel inspired, you can make a lot of these and have them ready. When you're making journals, you just choose the one that looks good for that particular journal. And there you go. So let's find something to add here. Okay, I have this one. With a little rose. There. And then here. Maybe this one with the little owl. The one made with plastic cards. Okay. And there we go. Just want to have a look at these stickers, or not stickers, cutouts that I bought when I was on holiday. I was hoping I could use some. Wow, that's pretty, but it's really big. Perhaps that one. What else do I have here? I have butterflies, bugs. So nice. I have narrowed down my choice to either that one or this one. I like the look of white here, and there's a small version of that. I could do that perhaps. But then this one kind of really opens it up. I don't know. I wish I can hear your thoughts. Perhaps I'll stick with the white one. And I should probably ink a little bit. I won't worry about the little one, but I do want this butterfly to have antennas. I'll just grab some thread. I have some leftover wax thread from when I was binding the journal, and I'm thinking perhaps this would be enough. Just fold it like that and place it there. I am going to use this silicone glue. It's So I might as well just add this glue. I don't want to now grab another glue and this might dry out. So I'm just going to go with this one. It's a little bit tricky. The glue here, and I didn't need it, so I'm just going to rub it off. Perhaps these are a bit too long, so I'm just going to cut them out. Ah, that's better, I think. And we still have that side. We can do something here. I have this little collage that I've done a while ago, and I can turn that into a pocket as well. An extra little decoration with a little hidden spot to put things in. So I'm going to add glue here and here. Love that. So we have a nice pocket here and there, and we have an extra one here, like a hidden spot. As I've shown you in here, if you want this to be exactly in the middle rather than down the bottom or somewhere 2/3, you do it like this. Love that one. Again, you fold, you join two opposite and then you fold across and diagonal. Now for this one, you'll have to take the measurements. If you want this to be exactly in the middle, so the easiest way to do that is like this. Take a ruler and you find the middle. You put a little dot and then you do the same here. Okay, and you put that like that. So now that's properly aligned, and then you mark yourself top and bottom. So what you do here, you fold that line and then you fold here. Then you fold like that. And now it's the right size of your signature and you have that there. I'm gonna round these again. Ink. Just a bit of stenciling. There's some green left on the stencil from before, and with this black or dark gray, it will work just fine. If you wanted to, you can add eyelets here. You can also use brads if you had some. If you have perhaps some flowers made with brads, I'll just see if I have any that would look good here. I have this flower and it's been attached with a little brad, so I'm going to just open it like that, and I'm going to put it through this hole and then open it again. Good. Okay, I can even spin it. Cute. I'll put an eyelet here on this side. I have have a black one. Oh, good. And you can also write here. I would love to write on this page. Okay, I've shown you the 6x6 papers and 8x8. Now I want to show you these other sizes that are perhaps not the usual 12x12. These are 6x8 or something like that, A5. And that's what they are, half of your page. So you can either join two together and use a bit of tape and then fold that, but I prefer to do something else, and I'll just show you here with these two examples. So you can either fold just in half, okay, just fold in half as they are, like that, and that would look nice too. Okay, just fold them in half. I do a bit of decorative cutting. I'm gonna just do that. I'm going to do that. Hope you can see something like that. You can also cut out pieces if you have a 6x6 die cutting machine. I've used a heart-shaped die, cut out a heart from here, and then use it to create a little pocket here. And I placed some eco-dyed papers, just leaves, and I had laminated specimen, and I just glued it here with a washi tape in that opening, and I've added the charm at the bottom. Okay, or you can just leave it like this, nice and simple. Add a bit of ink. This calls for a little something here. Let me have a look. Perhaps that be. And nothing else. Looks good as it is. So that's if you fold it just like that. And if you can see in this example, I folded it on an angle. You take your signature and you place this how you want it, perhaps like that or like this on an angle, and then you just go and wrap around your signature. Okay, once you're happy with it, you just press, and again you decorate the corners by rounding them. Perhaps you can ink. Let's have a look. I love this paper. It's really pretty. Maybe something. I think I want to cut this white bit off. I love projects like this because they give me a chance to actually use things that I buy. All the scrapbooking paper, the stickers, and other bits and pieces. No use of just hoarding these things and keeping them forever. It's best if you can use them in various ways. what does it say? Do it with all your heart. I think they just ink that a little bit. Bit of glue. We can add eyelet down the bottom. Perhaps the silver one would look good if I can find any. Smaller ones, so there's one. It's calling for a little charm. I think that one. Nice. Perhaps we can leave that side as it is, or we can add a little bit of lace or something else here, but I think I'm going to leave it. I kind of like the simplicity of that. Okay, I think we had quite a productive day, didn't we? So we made 2 with these A5 size papers, which was 6x8, and we made 2 with 6x6 papers. Here we used 2 papers, here we used 1. And we also made 3 with 8x8 papers. That one, this one, and that one. Okay, and it's really great to have these on hand, ready like this. You make a journal, you just grab some, and it sets the whole look of the journal very quickly. Love this one. I think this must be my favorite. And if I add that to the ones that I've done before, this is really a mess make, isn't it? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it was inspirational for you. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon in my next video. Bye for now.